All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Just gonna be a video, basically through the spirit. I had a dream today. A spiritual dream, a dream of the events to come. So I'm gonna do doing a video on it. All right, because in the dream, and as we know that's scriptural, the Lord says He's going to pour out His Spirit upon all men. All right, so I had a dream of destruction basically, but during the dream, it was odd because I was basically like being teleported through the different phases of destruction. So I'm gonna explain the dream and obviously get scriptures on it because, amen, this is coming. All right, this is coming, and you gotta fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because even during the dream, let me just explain. All right, so I was during the dream, it's like I'm sniffing. I'm always sniffing. I got allergy issues. During the dream, I was in a car. All right, and I was with my brother in the flesh, but who's also my brother in the spirit. Who's in the truth as well. Yaga Oya. All right, and we were sitting in the car, okay, and we were like, it's like we were looking at the sea or something. Well, not the sea. But it was like when we were next to a lake or something, and there was people around, and you could picture us like at the edge of the lake, and then the water was, in front of us, and there was buildings in the distance, and there was people around us. It's like we were at like some lake or something. If you could picture the Baltimore Harbor, sort of like that, but we were parked next to it with a car. All right, and then I started noticing different things in the sky, and the spirit was kind of hinting at me like something feels off. I felt like something was about to happen, and then I noticed something that was like covered up by the clouds in the sky, like a ship in the sky, an airplane or something. And I told I was like, look at that, and I don't think he noticed the first time. And then we like turned our heads and we looked back, and it was just there. It was I don't think it was a spaceship. I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, Salakia, what I'm saying. I don't think it was a chariot, the Most High, an angel or nothing. I'm pretty sure in the dream it was a ship of Esau, and it was like a weird looking helicopter or something. All right, and it started to shoot out this liquid across everywhere. Remember I said we're next to buildings and stuff, so it started to shoot out this liquid across all the buildings and people, and it started away from us. It started away from us to the buildings in the distance, and then as it came to us, we shut our door. And I remember thinking, that liquid, they're shooting that because they're going to make it catch on fire. And lo and behold, in the distance, we look at those buildings, and then there's a big old explosion happened. And people were running around, and, all hell basically broke loose right then and there. And we were just in the car looking at that. And I think we had someone we knew in the world that was over there, and we were like, man, yeah, he's probably dead. All right. So that leads me to my first scripture, because in the dream, I knew about the truth. Me and my brother knew about the truth, and we knew all hell had just broken loose. So that leads me to my first scripture, that 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So during that time, I don't remember being able to hear during the dream. But during that time, it was obviously a time of peace and safety for the majority of the people, because they were at the lake, they were in the buildings, and they were just chilling, having a good time. All right, not knowing that the Lord is about to come back soon. So they were in the peace and safety kind of spirit. And then all of a sudden, like I said, that ship, it was masked in the clouds, but I could see little lights from the clouds. So in my head, I was like, either that's a chariot or that's a ship of Esau. And then I looked back, and it was a red ship of Esau, and it shot out that liquid. All right. and it shot out that liquid everywhere. And then I immediately could tell that was not something good, you know. And then they shot something else, and that liquid caught on fire, you know, and started big old explosions happening. It looked like this, you know. As much as I remember, you know, my memory is kind of hazy, but we were just looking in the distance, and the buildings were being destroyed like this, you know. They were just being taken down, like on fire. It was like huge explosions. It was like a 9/11, the way the buildings were being destroyed. It's like they were just exploding out of nowhere, fire and stuff, you know. So sudden destruction came upon them. All right, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. You know, and those people that were in that building, they didn't escape. They got destroyed, you know. And then, like I said, you know, like I was, you know how a dream will be. You'll just go from one place to another out of nowhere. That's really how I felt. I was being teleported to different times of all hell breaking loose, you know. And the next scene, you know, that the Lord brought me to, I was running. I was on the run. All right, and a man was chasing me with a knife. Okay, and I ran into like some shelter, and we ended up fighting. And I won, you know, through the spirit. I beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord made my hands of war. You know, so I got him off of me. And then we were in like a shelter. You know what I'm saying? We were in like a shelter, you know, when all hell broke loose. Basically, after all hell broke loose, it was like a shelter. All right, had a whole bunch of people in there. And then when I was in there, I met another brother called Yeshaya. All right. And we were, you know, we knew what was happening. You know, we basically knew that, hey, all hell broke loose. I think I remember even saying it. I screamed it or something. I was like, yeah, all hell break loose. I was like, nice. You know, and then there was people all scared and freaking out in the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Because of 1 Thessalonians 5:3, sudden destruction came upon them. All right. And they weren't able to escape. So everybody was freaking out, crying. They didn't know what was going on. All right. Meanwhile, us three brothers, we knew. Because we've been speaking about it before it comes. That's with the word prophecy, to say before. So we've been saying it before it happened. So we were fine. All right. And then from that camp, that like shelter camp, I'm forgetting now that everything happened. Then from that shelter camp, as much as I can remember, I know I'm missing out a few parts. All right, but as much as I can remember, we were like out of nowhere, we were just outside again. And I'm pretty sure we were in the same area where the first scene happened, where all that destruction happened. And we were just, you know, walking. We were just pilgriming, me and Yagaoya. And we came across a friend, the friend whom we thought died in the fire. You know, the destruction that happened, you know, like I said in the first scene, that building got destroyed. A friend in the world who we thought died there, but who wasn't. You know, we came across him and we were like, oh, you're okay. You know? And then pretty much the dream ended. All right. So it goes to show you that the Lord can deliver people. All right. I don't know. You know, maybe the Lord had mercy on him because he does know about the truth. You know, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Lord, you know, done something with him. You know, but that leads me to my next scripture, Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. You know, so the Lord can deliver us out of any situations, and he will when all hell breaks loose. Because whether you believe it or not, we got angels watching us all around us. All right, in a spiritual, in another dimension, we got angels watching us, man, and they're always encamped around about us. You know, and like I said, the scriptures say, where two or more gathered in my name, and there I am in the midst. You know, so I don't think it's a coincidence that I was always with my brother Yagaoya. You know, we were always together. All right. And when all hell first broke loose and the buildings got destroyed and the in the camp where everybody was at, looking for shelter. All right. And then at the end, when we were just pilgriming and we came across that dude. All right. So the angel of the Lord was encamped around about us. It was delivering us out of those situations. All right. We seen the destruction when it happened. In the first scene, like I said, we either got up and ran, or we were just, how dreams work my mind. We instantly went to another scene. All right. And each time the Lord was delivering us, delivered us from the destruction, from that dude attacking me with a knife. It was a pretty big dude, And then the last scene we're pilgriming, like I said, I know I'm missing some parts, But yeah, it was really on me to do this video on it, because during the dream, it felt, it felt real. And it kind of felt how, we, elders and apostles will say, when all hell breaks loose, we're going to know what's happening, but our flesh is still going to be a little scared, but we're going to quickly overcome that. And that's what happened in the dream. My flesh, like when we were in the shelter camp, my flesh was like, I was pretty scared a little bit. I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And then I quickly remembered, like, nah, this is what's going on. And that's why I'm pretty sure I screamed a few times, like, hey, can y'all see now? All hell's breaking loose, And there was another brother there, and I just kept saying it, I'm sure I look crazy or something. My last scripture, Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. It's talking about America, all right, Babylon the Great, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. So this, all we're reading, is basically the reason why America is going to be destroyed. All right, the rulers of America, they try to put themselves on the level of the Most High, which that ship in the dream looked like it was like some new type of technology. All right, because Esau's trying to match the Most High's chariots. They're going to fight against him when the Lord comes back, to no avail. All right. But Esau's a proud bastard. All right. And it says, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am in no widow, and shall see no tomorrow. So Esau doesn't think that they're going to go down. They think that they're the Most High. They think that America's going to stand forever. All right. And they don't think they're going to see any sorrow. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. And like I said, in that dream, all of a sudden destruction came, famine came, all right, fire came when they sprayed the stuff, all right. And ultimately it was the Lord's judgment. We were sitting off in the car, and when we shut our doors after that stuff that the ship was spraying was about to hit us, when we shut our doors, we knew instantly, or at least I did, that all those people were about to die over there. Lo and behold, big old destruction came upon that building, and then we were like, yo, all those people are died. All those people are died. And that was when we knew that all hell was about to break loose, and then I was on the run for a minute from that dude, in a shelter camp, what I'm saying? But even then that dream was only a fraction of what's about to happen when all hell breaks loose. It's going to be much, much worse than that, and even then, like I said, I know I'm missing out parts, a little irritated. I know I'm missing out a lot of parts, because I remember the dream being a little long, It was almost a lucid dream, but I didn't know I was dreaming. You know what I'm saying? But I knew about the truth though in the dream. So that was the important part. I knew about the truth. You know, but all hell is going to be much worse than that. All right, you're going to have different beasts that the Lord has hidden that are going to come out. All right, what you guys call the Leviathan. You know, a new movie's being made on that already. Godzilla 2. All right, a new you know, Esau has different animals that they've been experimenting on Plum Island that they're going to release. All right, you're going to have demons. The Lord's going to let demons be released and manifest and kill you people. Angels as well. All right, so it's going to be a different type of all hell. It's going to be really all hell breaking loose. All right. But hey, you know, with that, Lord's will, you're edified. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakah Kodash. Shalom.